And welcome to another extremely serious episode of the Good PUDcast.
It's a podcast.
We're podcasting because we don't know what else to do in these trying times.
And they are trying.
And we know that every day we put out a podcast, it increases the reach of the Zebrowski sibling entertainment dynasty.
It's an umbrella, all right? And we're trying to keep you from getting too wet.
Wet. Now, the thing is, I'm Henry Zebrowski. I'm sitting here with my sister, not my wife, Jackie Zebrowski.
Jackie Zebrowski, not his wife, only his sister.
It's the Good PUDcast.
Honestly, I'm glad that it's not both wife and sister.
Oh, no, because that would be...
Too much responsibility.
An abomination.
Yeah.
That would be a sin against God and DNA. Because we would make a little flipper-filled child.
Yeah, but I feel like the dinosaurs would be pro it. You know, like more like the amber taking their DNA out and then we splice it with the Zebrowski DNA. And have you ever thought about a Zebrowskosaur?
Doesn't make any sense. We're not there yet with the technology.
I feel like you don't believe in science enough, and I think that's sad for you.
I think that science is the same as any other fucking thing on the face of the planet. You want me to believe, pay me.
Oh, and I do, but sometimes you pay for it. Really depends on what kind of science you're looking for.
It's
like
really
twins,
true.
you're probably going to have to pay for.
Oh, well, every time, because one twin always holds out. That's how they do it. That's a good twin, and that's why twins are cheaters, and we don't like them.
We don't like them.
Twins is cheating. Now, today, it's very special, because as we are expanding our ever-expanding entertainment
Horizontally. Come on, guys. Eating too much pudding.
Again, I told you I'm in a 39-year bulking phase.
And it is paying off.
It really is. Once I start cutting in 2029...
You're going to cut off your limbs?
Yes.
You're just going to we're going to start calling you, throw you in the pool, call you Bob?
Yep. In a funny way. But I'll also sue you for attempted murder.
I understand, but I would ask your consent before I start sawing off your limbs. How else am I going to hold you down?
Oh, I'm sawing off the limbs.
Oh, okay.
You're tossing me in the pool.
Oh.
Which would honestly is a crime.
Yeah.
Because unless I said the word wee,
which I think you're going to say regardless because you're like that last little piggy, and when you on your way home,
you're already going past your serious mandate today.
I am serious today. I'm sorry. I get away from myself, and maybe it's just because I can't fully emote, Henry.
Maybe you can't fully emote, and I think the reason why is a part of what, we're expanding our dynasty, and a part of that, how do you put this, certain expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that you as an audience, you know that we need to be trendsetters. We need to be hotter than hot. We have to be white hot, in the spotlight, ready to go, constantly changing,
filled
maneuvering,
with hot juice.
filled with hot boiled juice.
And it's not pudding, because the pudding, we put that in our mouths.
We already have the pudding. We need juice.
Yeah.
And partially, you don't want us to look like a big, wrinkly, saggly sack of uggos.
Well, you can look like that all day.
Well, that's what's incredible about being a man.
Tell me about it, Henry. What's
Jackie,
it like?
if only here, hop on my knee. Hop on my big bulbous knee. Hop on my knee. Hop on my knee, little girl. Now, what I tell you all about, what's so nice about being a man?
I like how big your knee is, sir. Oh, wow, what big hairs you've got down there, sir.
Thank you. Now, as a man, what's really nice and is super awesome is the fact that as I age, just become more incredible. As you can see, I become more interesting, dynamic, more filled with gravitas, responsibility. My wrinkles are presidential.
So what about the thumb injury?
Oh, this is more of a wrist tendon issue.
Okay.
Because of how successful I am.
Oh.
And how much property I own, and how many rights I have, and how much more money I make. Mm-hmm. Man, oh man, is it nice to be a guy. But the one thing is, we're supposed to die in a war. And if we don't, we get sad.
Send them away,
We buy cyber trucks when we can't die in a war. But that's men's burden. Where do I spend my money? What club do I go to find a proper woman from Chechnya that is afraid?
And
right?
Definitely anyone that's open at 10 a.m. is your answer.
I mean, if I could knock out my clubbing by 3:30.
Have a wife by noon.
Oh, God, just done. But today we're covering something that's very serious to Jackie.
Yeah.
Which is, Jackie, has managed in a way, using just a hypodermic needle, has frozen herself in time. She's a little Michael J. Fox.
And that's why I'm bringing up the dinosaurs. Actually, I think I'm the opposite of Michael J. Fox.
Because every single time you stick a needle in there, you go, back in the
Oh, that's why I'm like Michael J. Fox. It's like, actually, technically, I think he's very loosey-goosey with his movements, but I don't think that he has any control over it.
Going back in time.
Not that I'm here to be funny today because we're talking about Botox.
Now, you said to me that this is a serious topic.
Yeah.
Now, also, just so you know, because of this, and obviously, immediately, everyone's like, why aren't you choking on pudding yet? We're going to get to it. Is that we've decided that with the theme, Sam Wirtz, our producer, has done honestly a very compelling job. I don't know what this is going to be like.
I don't know how she did it.
It's our first ever healthy pudding. It's the Health Plate Pudding. Kale Salad Green Juice Pudding.
Because we are trying to get Oprah to sponsor us. Now, she's turned her back on Weight Watchers, so maybe she'll open up her front to pudding.
Now, I thought that she was big into, I thought she did Weight Watchers, and I thought she was the only person.
The queen of Weight Watchers.
She lost weight eating mac and cheese.
Yes, well, I mean, she went back and forth with the amount of mac and cheese that she was
So you're
eating.
saying that she lost it somewhere, and then she went and she found the weight again.
Well, she did, but now she's losing it because she's getting those hot girl shots, everybody.
Now, you kind of went through some rounds of hot women shots, right?
Oh, man. Oh, yes, because I was kind of forced to, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I never was an affiliate with Weight Watchers. That's why I try to be young in other ways.
I think that's really responsible. They also pop veins out of you, right? They took a bunch of veins that were bad out of you.
Yeah, you've been thinking about my veins a lot recently.
It's just a thing to really come at you for. And I don't know why. I don't know why I choose to attack you.
Why do you do this to me?
I'm just saying I'm happy that you got the veins out. Who let the veins out?
The doctor.
Jackie.
Doctor.
But it's important that you
Actually, the
did.
doctor, while getting my veins ripped out, while I was in twilight state, was whispering to me about how he loved to bike up a really hot mountain on a hot day.
What's he bragging at you while you're getting your fucking veins popped?
It was 110 degrees outside, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get on the bike later. Yeah, man, it's nothing like going up the mountain, pedaling up, feeling like you're going to lose control when it's so hot. You can't even breathe. He's saying this to me as he's stripping the veins from my legs. But at least he wasn't kissing the nurse.
I mean, hey, to be honest, I'd rather him kissing the nurse.
I'd also rather him kissing the nurse.
Because if he's kissing the nurse, then he's trying to impress somebody in the room versus, oh, you're out there on your hot-ass stupid bike. What are you going to fucking convince and impress? A bunch of stray cats?
No.
Like the band?
Stray cats?
Yes.
Oh, do they also go to the Heaviside layer?
Brian Setzer.
Oh, the orchestra! Crazy cats are boo. They get the trombones and they do the do.
Now, why is Botox serious?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'm being serious about it. Well, I will say I was very serious when I walked in to that place to get the injections.
Can you do a little bit of an act out for me?
Oh, yeah. Botox, and man, then this
So do
goddess
you live in a
comes out.
Skibidi toilet world?
Yeah, I'm the scat rat.
I didn't know I was sitting here with the very scat rat themselves.
I'm a scat rat, and this woman comes out, right? She's going to put these injections in my face, but she turns around. I'm short. She's big. She's tall. And she turns around, and her big, juicy ass was in my face. And I was just like, ha, 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 ha. So I go to sit in the chair to get my injections close to your eyes. And she has no sense of humor, and I keep trying to make her laugh.
Why do you do this,
if I could
Jackie?
just make her laugh.
Stop trying to make doctors laugh. They don't want to laugh. If you make a doctor laugh, they're not professional.
Well,
These are not your therapists. That's who you make laugh.
That is true, although my therapist does constantly say, I'm not an audience and you don't have to try to make me laugh.
That is what I was told recently as well. She said, please
Interesting.
stop bringing material into this room. And I said, people pay for this.
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm paying
welcome.
you. I'm paying you to hear uncut me. That's
And
awesome.
what a gift that is.
That's awesome for her.
I have told my therapist about GUD before, and she has asked multiple times, why do you do it? And I was like, you've obviously never experienced the prayer of Pud before.
Yeah,
and
she
I'm
says,
sorry
"Oh no,
for you.
why do we do it?"
But I tell you, man, those Botox injections, they get real close to your eyeballs.
Now, when they do Botox suggestions, how big are the needles?
They're pretty big, man. They
No.
go in there.
Can I see this? Pop your lid. You have a bitch lid on right now.
I've got my bitch lid on.
Now, I really want to see. Now, this is where, how many days in are you to your tox investment?
I'm about 10 days in.
Now, you're 10 days in, so that's like at the maximum peak. Wow, you really are plasticine. That's really incredible. Now, can you show me? You have this. Now, what does this jade roller do? I've seen Natalie do this. Is this for little raviolis?
Yeah, obviously, I was thinking that maybe we could fill ourselves with rigor today, and then I'll squeeze it out of my brother, and I'll say, that rigor's for me.
You're not being serious.
No, I brought this for you to try out the face roller. You're supposed to roll it on your face because I wanted to see if this process maybe made you less craggly, and maybe you don't need the Botox.
I'm not craggly.
Well, you are expertly craggly, but you.
I'm
do
not
that,
craggly. I'm wizened.
You, sure, like a
I'm
wizard.
daddy.
Ooh,
I'm daddy.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is
Instead
that
of,
what we're saying?
I'm not a sugar daddy. I'm a salty daddy.
Oh,
I'm
like
savory.
Salt Bae?
I'm a savory daddy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like this.
Why? Doesn't it feel nice? Well,
No.
really, you're supposed to keep it in the freezer so it's nice and cold.
It's
and then you
cold
roll
now.
it on
I don't
your
like it.
face. Well, maybe get it hotter. Do it fast. Yeah. Blow on it. That's what you do. Because here's what they're not telling you about the Botox and why you got to do it. You got to pre-tox.
Now, this is the thing. You are saying that Botox means that you're a more free and strong woman.
Yes, it does. It makes me more independent.
Now, why is this? Is it because Putin can't recognize you?
Well, yeah, that is true, but that's just
And your
because
children can't recognize you and then they let you go?
Well, I'm certainly the part of the reason and part of the way you stay young is by not having children. And really, that's the greatest gift of all because then
Sew it up.
you can you take out the sperms and I'll shoot them in my face just like Kim Kardashian because she uses salmon semen facials.
Kim Kardashian, and then who's jerking off the fish?
Tom Cruise.
No, Tom Cruise is no way he's jerking. If he's jerking off fish, he's keeping it.
Well, that's the problem is that he spits after he swallows it. So it's a little bit of like, a little bit of bile, a little bit of extra.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I know about the science
Now,
of Botox,
the
all right?
semen, is
Because
it,
you
is
look
it
at this
shot
face.
all over her tits? Is it like, does she hold up a semen and blow it to culmination and then let it go all over her face and breasts?
Yes, but it has to be swimming against stream.
I mean this. I am really asking a serious question of where in the living fuck does the cum come out of the fish and it's put into a jar? Who does this?
The doctors.
There are these are fish doctors? You're talking about veterinarians do this.
How often have you gone into
I'm
a
looking
doctor's
this up
office
now.
and they have a fish tank?
Salmon,
Where-
all right,
why do you
salmon
think they've
semen.
got the
I'm looking at
fish?
salmon semen. Salmon sperm, also known as milt, is used in K-beauty facial treatment known as salmon sperm facial. What a creative name. Now, I want to know where does salmon semen facial, where does the semen come from?
I think that you're really going against the idea of...
I just want to know how it's harvested. It's sperm DNA, most commonly derived from salmon, trout, or chum salmon.
How dare they? Trout? It's not called a trout semen facial.
don't. None of them say how the fuck the cum gets on the faces of these celebrities.
Maybe they're scared of showing like how they do it because then anybody will just be going in like a bear. Be like, I'll grab it out, jerk it off.
I eat salmon every third day.
Have you thought about getting full salmon, jerking it off first, and then you'll be able to sell the semen?
To be honest, I don't want to care about a salmon's pleasure enough.
That's really sad for you.
I just don't need another thing I have to please. Okay? So I now got to think about, is my fish coming?
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, great. Another burden on a man. And this is another thing about what is bad about being a man.
It's so difficult.
It's
so difficult for you to be a man.
No one explains anything to us. How do I even find... I'm looking up right now. No one is saying. I look it up right here. I looked up the words in Google, how to harvest salmon sperm, and they have said nothing.
Because they want to keep it secret, keep it safe.
Why?
So that you don't go out there trying to make your own creams. You know what happened? People started, the perineum sunning got in, and then next thing you know, you're out there.
It costs nothing.
It costs nothing until your asshole is burnt to a crisp.
You're going to get a melanoma.
On your asshole?
On your asshole. If you don't put sunscreen on it.
Yeah, but I don't know if they make sunscreen where you're supposed to put it on your asshole.
You can do anything you want.
Imagine the amount of hair around your asshole with
matted up with cream. But that's why I've been using the new Korean sunscreen.
Because it doesn't do that on your asshole.
It doesn't leave a film.
Even the Reef Safe. Because you look silly. You look like long legs every time you use Reef Safe sunblock.
Yes, I do. I've got my long legs on. It's my favorite new voice. All right, so now
I'm trying to be young in any way possible. Right?
Yes. All right, let's get back to this. Now, why is it important for you to be young? Why is that? Is that just more that you can, like when with Mount Everest?
I just feel like if there's a way to freeze my own face and my own body, that it will actually combat global warming. Because people talk about global warming doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because what about the Ice Age? And I say, just like me,
I don't understand.
Make yourself frozen, combat global warming, and then you can write off all your skincare.
Do you know that actually global freezing is also a part of climate change? And actually global warming is not the term you even want to use anymore because it's about global change.
I just feel like people are not thinking about how exciting it would be if dinosaurs came around.
That's something else entirely. I think we're going to do a whole episode just about the reality and need for dinosaurs to come back.
We need Jurassic Park.
I know what you're saying. My main issue is that we have a hard time with Snapchat. I don't know if we're going to do good with velociraptors.
What is that?
You know what I mean? I just feel like we're having problems with apps. I don't know if we're ready.
I don't know. I'm not having a problem with abs. I think it's pretty flabby down here.
Now, exactly. Why is it important for you to be young again?
He can't leave me. He can't go.
So all of this is fear.
If he leaves,
so instead of you going into some form of girl boss style, it's important for women to have the agency over their own faces.
No.
You're saying you specifically are just trying to stay fuckable to your husband because if not, he's going to leave you.
Yes, even though he actively asks me not to do these things.
And we've talked about this. Natalia will get her Botox shots, and and I'm not saying anything wrong with the person applying them. I can't tell the difference. She's just as beautiful as the last time I saw her. I don't see any difference between the wrinkles.
That's why you walk in every day, always, to whatever partner you've got. You walk in and go, wow, what did you do? You look great.
No, don't do that, because then you're just setting yourself up for a problem, because eventually what they say is...
is this why I don't date women anymore?
This is what's hard with being a goddamn man again, is that if you do start doing that shit, and you start saying that stuff to a lady, they start getting used to it. And then if you're not getting it 110%...
Never give them compliments.
No, you just got to spread it out. You got to get them hungry for it, because if you're always serving soup, they're going to get sick of soup.
Yeah, and they're going to be making biscuits and going, please,
you're going to go out, your own
please.
Serving soup, the best you can serve soup. Turns out your wife hates the soup now. She's out looking for arroz con pollo.
Soup. But also, arroz con pollo.
Now, let's get into this pudding already. We've been doing this for 20 minutes.
Have we really?
How long has we been going? Yeah, we've been going for a long time without doing any pudding. So we have to do it now.
But apparently also, word on the street is gummy worms and eating gummy worms and the gelatin in gummy worms, great for your health.
That's absolutely the dumbest fucking shit.
The beautiful part about the internet is
Gwyneth Paltrow in the Jelly Belly sphere?
Maybe. I think that it's the beautiful part of the internet is that if you want someone to tell you that gummy worms are good for your health, you can find an article that says gummy worms are good for your health.
But this is my legit problem trying to figure out a workout schedule, because they all say they say different things.
You can't look
Everybody
it up.
says different things.
No, you can't trust anybody.
Eggs are bad. Eggs are good.
Whoa,
choose one.
Oh, choose one. Is it my cholesterol?
Choose one.
Which one?
Choose one. Now, I'm going to smell this pudding first. Now, this is our green juice
Here's the thing. Here at
Oh,
Good
wow.
Pud,
This is really automatically, this is an entire profile. I'm so used to pork and meat-based
it's
puddings.
because of the grease. And so the grease usually
Because we discovered with
congeals on top.
the Impossible, well, I have to say stop saying Impossible Beef because we are not sponsored by them. And there's some action that can happen because of that.
You mean like this? Yeah. And you should be scared.
That means nothing. But I think they, what was I saying?
Botox. No, there's no meat in it. There's no beef
vegan, but
in
the
it.
vegan meat pudding, the plant-based meat pudding that we did, the reason why it was much better was because of the lack of grease.
Right. And now
And I'm not talking about the word.
Oh,
This is a word, it's a word, it's a motion. Now let's try this healthy pudding. It's the first time we're ever doing something healthy, and now we're doing this to keep our youth going. Again, I don't have to.
No.
I'm just becoming more Sean Connery-like.
Not me. We got to keep it tight. But also, it is, in reality, we are keeping it tight for other women. Let's be real here.
That is that what they say, other women or other women wanting people, right?
Yes.
In a way, but also mostly just
For other, like, people that identify as women, that's what we do it for.
right,
We're
I'm
not
gonna try
doing
this.
it for you.
I didn't even ask for it.
Thank you.
I'm going to look at this right now.
Get it down.
blowing
Ew,
on it.
why are you blowing on it?
It's too hot.
Ew. It would. I would be upset if it's hot. I think we're going to go to the hospital if it's hot. What are you tasting? What are you tasting in it? Tannins, legs.
You know, this is one of those, this is a very LA thing. Because when we went out to, we went to the street fair recently. And the only thing, it was like, I was so mystified. Because it was like, oh, street fair. I'm thinking New York. Zeppeli's. Sausage and Peps fucking van. All my favorite shit. We went out
I
to
had
this
none
place.
of that.
Obviously, they had one taco truck, which was good. But on the other side, the only other food option was a fucking smoothie.
Oh yeah,
van.
but also no, there was also the lobster van.
Well, that's
or you
different.
could, it's real hot outside. You can get some hot lobster.
I do like a lobster.
We ended up eating it.
But it's not enough food.
No, it's not.
But then it had a smoothie van. And I was like, what is happening here with a smoothie van? What is this? Is this fucking communist Russia? Where smoothie drinks you?
Because that's where they go.
Smoothie drinks you! Taste it.
All right. What are you getting in it, though? I feel like I need more from you.
Apple kale.
Wow.
There is a juice element. She did a whole juice thing on this. I think we could sell this as a health pudding. Because I do think technically we're getting a vegetable group in this. I think we're getting some fruit groups in this.
You know
as
what
well.
it is, though? It is it's like a chalkier.
It is chalky.
It's chalky. Why
But
is
for-
it chalky?
But what is it about chalk that makes it healthier for me? Or
Because
seem
you don't want to
healthier?
continue eating it.
You know what's weird? This is spoon 5 of these.
Oh no, Henry was too hungry before Good Pud.
But normally they make me violently nauseous when I'm like that. But I actually kind of like it.
I can't.
It's not bad.
No.
I think that I literally am just getting used to puddings and I'm
Don't
gonna
say
eat
that.
each one of them.
You say that, but next time I feel like we've been getting it off too easy.
Because I had the meat lovers pudding from the live show the other day. I liked it.
I think
the
you're wrong.
plant-based meat pudding. I liked it. And this, I like
Hey,
it.
Mikey, yeah.
I just like these things now. I've done this to me.
Don't worry, guys. I still don't really like it,
But
so
you guys
you'll still
need
get
to-
the upset.
But I think that you guys should try this. I think that
You
more
wait till we
people-
get it to the masses. Once Oprah starts watching Good Pud, which we know is on its way.
Yeah, I've been sending her DVDs.
Yeah, and I'll go, we call it the O Network.
It's the network.
Oh, do you think that she will enjoy the pitch? Like if it's just this and network.
She said as long as the is more based on shit than fuck,
okay.
she's fine with it.
Okay. Well,
Because she says fuck is controversial. It's You could be having sex with a fucking child. You could be having sex with a corpse.
You're right. So it needs
But
to be
if
more
it's-
like,
Oh.
so it could also be
No.
surprise at like
because I feel like that it's Oprah's involved with this savory pudding company.
that, or once you start shitting and you just like don't expect it, or it's a surprise shit when you sit down. I mean, I know that you don't usually sit down to piss, I would assume, but
Jackie.
I don't know what you do in your private office. All right,
Jackie, again, being a man comes with so many travails.
Yeah,
so
I'm
now
just so
the one
excited
thing
to hear about what being
I
a
want
man
to take
is like.
this narrative back because
Okay,
men need to
please.
suffer from. I read a book. It's called Return of Saturn's Shadow, and it's the Jungian issues of men, right? And so one of it's the 3 W's. It's work, worry, and war.
Witches,
Right? And work is no, never worry. You have sex with the witch. Work is the fact that men feel that the only thing that they can bring is what they can provide, right? The money they provide, which is fine. Then there's war, which is basically saying the reason why we fight each other in other avenues is because we can't die in war all the
Man,
time.
you would
We
be
don't
the
die in
perfect
war.
funny man in the war party to die first.
I mean, that's my function.
Yeah.
And then W is worry, which is essentially, yes, men own everything. Don't you think that's stressful? Because it is.
Think of the men. You know what? Today,
It's so hard to be Putin.
call a man in your life.
About,
Thank them. Just
I
thank them
think
for being
for
there.
this Botox episode, think about Vladimir Putin and about how the fact that how much pressure is on him to run his country alone. Kim Jong-un
Isn't he getting drunk with bears? Doesn't he like ride drunk bears or something?
Bears shouldn't be getting drunk because of the sugar.
But if they're hanging out with Putin.
No. Bears actually, he is
They know what
pretty.
he's putting down.
He doesn't trust animals. He sits at 15 feet minimum from all people, which is honestly cool. COVID safe.
Arm length. You imagine how talk about long arms.
That's long
instead.
arms. So more factoids about Botox, so the episode can be about Botox.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was definitely going to continue. I know a lot of science on it because, man, when they put it in there.
Do they explain what's happening?
No, I don't know anything. I know it paralyzes the muscles, and I have been told, which I feel is most likely.
Ever thought your muscles should just fall off a horse like Christopher Reeve?
Oh, please, they'd come first. And then I go, why don't these muscles have a hymen? I was
just as
told
lost
that you're
as you.
supposed to pre-Botox to keep your face from creasing too much so that in the future the creases won't be as deep, and then you keep doing the Botox. So I said, in time, does that mean you train your face like it's a dragon and then you don't have to use Botox anymore? And she said, no, it's the opposite. You'll have to continue using Botox and you'll have to get more. And I said, but wait a second. But then her ass.
I thought this was a
Man, her
pro
ass
Botox.
was so juicy.
So you're saying that this is all because of one doctor's ass? That's why you do this? It's not because Kamala. It's not because the lady that flew
It's a
the
woman's
plane.
world and Kamala's just living in it.
What's
all
her
right?
name? Who flew the plane?
Barack Obama.
Amelia Earhart. It's not that style. I thought because Amelia Earhart, if
I
she
bet
could
Barack
have
Obama
got,
could fly a plane, though. Put him in there.
You just give him the manual. He can figure it out.
I mean,
probably.
again, manual. Interesting how why that's the name of it.
Because if it was a womanal, it would bleed. If it was a womanal,
And then there'd be blood
then
all over the pilot seat, and that's why women can't fly planes.
it would be like, what's divisive? It's divisive.
I feel like the way they talk about Botox, I imagine the science is like the science in flubber. And in my brain, what makes me smile is that when you first get Botox, you're not supposed to touch your face. And when you go to sleep that night, you're supposed to sleep on your back and not touch your face because you can't let it move or else it will move through your face.
No,
and
so
of course,
can you
I thought
push
was like
it
rubber.
around? Yeah. So you could push it down. Can you make your lips bigger
If
by
you-
pushing it all the way
I don't
through
think
your eyeballs?
You can juice it into your lips, but I will say, big-assed woman was trying to get me to go further than my eyes, and I was like, I use my
Well, that's
face
the
for a
buccal.
living.
Isn't these the buccals?
Well, that's the sucky fat one.
No, well,
And then you
they
look
don't
like
want
Chrissy Teigen.
No, but they don't want it. It's the opposite, right? Don't they want you bigger now?
Yeah, they want you juicier
Why do they want the heads bigger?
because
Why
then
do women want their heads larger?
it makes you smarter. And I think that I imagine it has something to do with like bigger the hair, closer to God.
No, I don't think so. That's wider to the face, closer to the walls.
Yeah, like
Why
you're
are
in
we
a
doing bigger?
playpen. Yeah,
But why the buccal fat? Why do they do the big face wings?
it gives them the big cheekbones. It gives them the cheekbones that everybody likes.
But it's down here. It's by the.
It sucks it out in the center, so it looks like you're like chewing on your cheeks on the inside. It's like you like sucking your cheeks. That's what you look like with buccal fat removal. Chrissy Teigen, she looks like she's a chipmunk sucking on a Sour Patch Kid.
All right, so it's putting the little divot in there.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
and
I didn't know.
It makes you look like a baby sucking
But
on a
what's the
bottle.
jaw stuff where they insert the stuff here?
Filler.
But why do they do filler to make their jaws larger?
Well, it helps fill out the face. So I was like, what about underneath like a saggy neck, turkey neck, so scared of a creepy neck?
Wear a scarf.
I was like, do you put or like the green ribbon, like the woman, you just get your head cut off and you put the ribbon around it. But in reality, you have to actually add filler up around here to tighten your neck, to make your neck seem tighter.
And this is good?
That is genuinely, because I asked her about the crepey neck and she said I'd have to put a bunch of filler into your jaw.
But you become kind of lantern jaw.
Yeah, and then I'll be a little lantern jaw and I'll go, I'll bite y'all.
Now, but why is it good?
I do feel, you want an honest answer?
I don't know.
I think that it is because it makes you feel better about yourself.
Oh, sure.
And also, sadly enough, honestly, it's because it helps the makeup stay better on my face and it doesn't get into the creases, because usually when you have makeup on, it gets into the creases. You're making a face like you don't care, but you ask the question. It gets into your face and then it looks like little divots of your makeup that you have to smear out throughout the day.
Oh, wow.
Because of the wrinkles.
Oh, no. What a chore.
We do so much to look good. And I know it's not just female identifying people. I know male identifying people out there do it too, Henry.
What do you mean?
And I'm just saying, I think.
Well, I don't get the injections.
I just think that maybe we could go together and like get a lip flip.
Where they flip the bottom to the top?
They make your top lip look more like your bottom lip, so they make all poof, and they put a bunch of filler in the top lip, and then all of a sudden it looks like your lips are like pillows.
So these gays are trying to kill me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think you would look really good with lip filler.
Like Jennifer Coolidge.
Just like Jennifer Coolidge.
I ain't messing with my lips. I got good lips.
Ew, I just looked at your
got good
lips.
kissing
I don't think I've
lips.
ever looked at your lips
Look
before.
at my lips.
But actually, you do have pretty good lips.
Look at my lips like this.
Yeah, cover them in green smoothie. Oh, yeah, there it is. What is he, Henry the Grouch? Put him in a fucking trash can. So I just think that I understand maybe the science of Botox I don't get. But I will say it
It's
makes me feel good
botulism,
about
though.
myself. It is botulism, and yes, and maybe it's like I'm a dented can. But congratulations, because you know what's going to save you in the aftermath of the world ending? Dented cans. Because people are going to be scared to eat them because you could die.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, so you die of botulism instead of dying of starvation.
You're welcome.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that we really learned a lot. Botox, it's great.
Sperm, great for your skin.
I'll still never know where they get the sperm. I don't know whether or not these salmon know they're being jerked off.
But I'm just saying, if you happen to jerk off on your partner and be like, it's good for your skin, yell it's good for your skin as you come, and the person will go, oh, thank you.
And this jade roller is lying to you.
I know.
This is they're just trying to figure out what to do with jade because people don't buy China anymore. They don't buy fancy China and they don't buy fancy, like weird ornate things anymore. So they put it in these weird little roller things and they say that it does stuff like flatten you out like you're a piece of fucking dough. But guess what? It's not doing jack shit.
No, but you know what does? Face yoga.
Yeah. Here's my. You see me do downward dog with my face?
Henry, you're just sucking a dick.
Yeah, I'm fun. Well, this has been the biggest, absolutely perfect content about the absolute perfect heavy topics of the day that we disseminate so that you can understand it a little bit better and
You're
feel a little
welcome.
bit better. This is us being relatable. And I just want to say...
But what about snake massages? They wrap snakes around you and then you get massaged.
People have too many ideas.
put a snake on it.
I mean, just use somebody's hands like a massage. Like, get a massage. Ancient process, ancient art form and discipline. You can just do. You can just have someone use them with their hands. I think that actually, if a snake's fucking massaging you, there's no way it's going to give you a good massage because it's a tube. It's not a gripping set of hands which you use to release muscles. It's a fucking snake.
What are you talking about?
How do you tell a snake where it hurts?
I bind
How do you say,
you, Henry.
a snake,
I bind you,
fucking,
Henry, from keeping the snakes from doing their job.
a snake, my left shoulder hurts, and it goes,
I will fix it.
oh wait, be careful, I got a bit of a toe injury.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden bites you. And you're like, oh,
what the
come
fuck?
on.
It's,
I paid for this.
I'm not near your eggs.
What are we doing here?
Thank you, Jackie. Well, then you've been listening to the Good PUDcast. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Banana pudding. Banana pudding. Hey, but I'm hungry.